Good evening. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Listen, guys, if you can hear me and see me in the chat, please put a one. If you can hear me and see me in the chat, please put a one. That will let me know that you can hear me and see me. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Cheryl. How are you guys? Hi, Nikki Walker. How are you? Maria Graham. Hello. Hello. Cheryl Faulkner. How you doing? How you doing? Barb Brownlee. How are you? I hope everyone is doing well tonight. And for those that are watching the replay, I want to thank you for joining me as well. Yes. How is everyone doing today? You know, trying to survive this thunderstorm going on. Cheryl, I hear you. Yes. Yes. We are having them too. They have really been bad. They have been bad. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate you. Thank you. Good, good. Nikki's doing well. Listen, I started with some virus symptoms last Tuesday. Uh, had a bad week, didn't feel well at all, but I am on the rebound. So God is good. Absolutely. Hello, Cassandra, South Fulton Garden. How are you? Good to see you. Shed, we're here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, we have been having these thunderstorms every day too this past week. Uh, Lost power yesterday, and a couple days before that we were without power. Now, we were not without power for long, so I was glad that the power came back on. And the funny thing is, I was in the middle of shooting a video. I was making some carrot top pesto, and I was shooting a video for that when the power went out. Lights were out for about 50 minutes yesterday. I was out for about 30 minutes. I'm sorry, 3 hours yesterday. And it came back on. So I was glad about that. Absolutely. You had them last night in South Carolina. Are you not having any today, Maria? Now, we have had some today as well. And the thunderstorms, they come through early and then they come back through late at night. And so that's been really challenging. I was out on my deck trying to drop some seeds before the rain started yesterday. And my goodness, trees were swinging. I am wooded. And so branches started falling. So I decided I needed to get myself back inside. Ooh, chimichurri with carrot tops. I'll have to look into that, Cassandra. I only grow a few carrots, and I grow the really tiny ones, and I do like the taste of the carrot tops and pesto, but I'll look into that chimichurri. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yes, I will definitely look into that. How's everyone else's weather? Are you all having these thunderstorms? Are you in the high hundreds? You saw my Presto Cannon video. Maria, I tell you what, I practiced with that several times, and I have canned several things with it now. I feel good about it. I was really just wanting to try it out. I had it for over a year. I didn't realize I had it that long until I went and looked on Amazon, and I realized I've had that thing for a year. And so I usually stick with what I know when I want to get something done fast and furious. But I wanted to go ahead and try that steam cleaner out, for steam canner out. So I was glad to get that done. Hello, Lasha's Journey. How are you? Welcome in. Happy Matt. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm going to hopefully pronounce your name correctly. Patania Islam. Yes. Welcome in. Welcome in. Pescatarian Gardener. How are you? How are you? She be hashtag. Yes. You're in Georgia and it's still storming where you are. Wow. Simply blessed. Hello. Welcome in. Now, we were having a storm on my way home. So right now it's not storming. So I'm hoping that we don't get the storm that comes back through again tonight. Now, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. I'm cool with the rain it's these thunderstorms and lightning storms. I will say in the town over from me, there were 14 people struck by lightning. And I think they said 3 of them they had to take to the hospital. So that lightning is no joke. That lightning is no joke. It's foggy where you are in central upstate New York, but you got some much needed rain. Glad to hear about that. Glad to hear about that. You've gotten some well needed rain with some lightning strikes, power flickering a few times, but appreciating the slight cool down. Now it's supposed to be cooling down here now after this storm has come through. So that is the benefit. And the hurricanes that are on the East Coast, they're definitely affecting us. Hello, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Broke Farmer, how are you? Welcome in. Congrats again on your 7K. I know you're well above that. Congrats again. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It's going to be in the 90s the next 10 days there. So that's hot. Well, we're cooling down. So we're going to be kind of in the upper 80s and some 90s, some low 90s. We've been in the upper 90s. So the lower 90s is definitely a benefit for us. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Broke Farmer. Yes, he did his thing. Barb, in your zone 5B, 6A, your current temperatures are 73, going to 51 tonight. Wow. You had 100 plus by last Thursday, 109 degrees. Wow. Wow. Yes. Yes, that's pretty hot. You'll be in the mid 80s next week. Wow. Wow. These temperatures are really all over the place. They really are. And we needed the rain too, as hot as it was, and so now some of my things were my tomatoes, those things, it was too hot for them to really grow, so yes, congratulations everyone. Congratulating Broke Farmer on his 7K. Yes, he had an excellent live yesterday. It was great. It really was. Just can't say what a great job you're doing, showing us how to have this orchard. I remember you starting with no trees. Now you have a full orchard. So that is wonderful. That is really wonderful. I hope everyone is doing well. I like to start off by you all telling me and telling us all what type of scams that you have been seeing or hearing about. Want to keep the community updated, know what's going on around here. So what type of scams have you all been hearing about lately? I've been hearing about payday loan scams, y'all. You're glad to have the rain, but it sure is going to make the manure pile heavy. Yes, it will be very heavy to move unless you let the sun hit it a little more and let it dry out. Let it dry out. You were supposed to miss jury duty. Yes, that's a scam also. The jury duty scam. That's going around here. I think I shared that our sheriff department put something out about that was a big scam. So if you're getting called about jury duty and that you missed jury duty, don't pay anyone any fines for that. Do not pay any fines. Hello, Grace Guys. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. So that jury duty one is still going around. That's the payday loan. And, a lot of people are falling for the payday loan. A lot of people are having some hard times right now. And being able to get that payday loan is a big deal for some people, to be able to eat, and so they're falling for the scam and losing the money that they don't have in the first place. So don't fall for those scams. Okay. Make sure you don't. You told them. So you got to call Cheryl. So you actually got one of those calls. Wow. Fruit tree scams. Triple the price. Now, oh my goodness, triple the price. I'm telling you, everything is going up. Everything is going up. Hey, Brampton Gardner, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, wow. So that's what's interesting. We usually will have some people in here that have, someone has tried to scam you, but you're not right. You don't have to worry about that. You're thinking about those things. Thankfully, never been called for jury duty. Yes, yes. Well, they're doing these scams here, Brampton, where people are calling saying that you missed jury duty and wanting you to pay a fine. The evil things folks will think. Yes, it is shameful. It really is. Well, you have to be 10 steps ahead of people now. There's a free gift or QR code scam that's going around. Make sure that you know about that too, that you're not, when you're told that you won something free, be careful with that. That is not a scam. State troopers calling for donations. They will never call us for that. I get that a lot, Maria Graham. These state, I'm calling from state trooper such and such and such. Would you like to donate? I get that a lot as well. So got to be careful on that. I don't do any donations like that over the phone. I tell everybody I already pick who I want to donate to, and those organizations already have my donations, So, hey, the New Orleans Gardener, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. So that's definitely a scam. People are busy trying to get your money. And one of the things that's still a scam that's starting back up, guys, and maybe it's because we're getting closer to the holidays, it's the puppy scam. Did you all remember that? Hello, Unbiased LLC. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. There's this puppy scam that's going around. I was concerned. Someone I know was purchasing a puppy miles and miles away. They were going to get this puppy, and I just knew that it was a scam, but it ended up not being a scam, and they did go and get the puppy. So make sure that that you are mindful if you are looking at getting these puppies. Yes, they put pictures of puppies out, and people pay for these puppies sight unseen, and there's never a puppy. And so that's the big puppy scam. So that was out last year, and it's coming back around this year, and it could be because, as I said, that we are close to the holidays. So be careful. When something seems too good to be true, be careful. Check into it. Don't give up your money, your gift cards, or any of that, because and again, you all know still that the check washing, that's still really big right now, and it's really big this time of year. So be careful about the check washing. Use your gel pens if you're writing checks and sending them through the mail. And you do that. Thank you, Maria. Please smash that like button, guys. I appreciate it. So there are a couple of things that I did want to touch on tonight. You don't own any checks. I do. I still write checks. I don't write a lot of checks, I should say that. But there are times that I need to send some contractors checks, and so I'll write a check. But I try to be mindful of that. It's hard. If you can, I think it may have even been broke for him, saying he was sending gifts in the mail, and they weren't making it there. I did the same thing. I was sending some seeds in the mail to people that never received them, and so I had to be mindful of that too. You don't know where your things end up. So I wanted to touch on a few things tonight. Last week was really fun when we were talking about the things for the questions that we ask and answer for prepping. I hope that if there were some things you needed to look into, that you certainly took the time and had a chance to look into those things that would help you to be prepared. The travel center scams, they urge you to activate a timeshare membership. Yes, the timeshare memberships, and you probably don't even have the properties. Your brother-in-law got took buying a border. Oh, a collie puppy. The registration was bogus, but he's keeping the pup because he loves it. So at least he got the puppy. I got you, Happy Mac. So he paid a ton of money for a puppy that he thought was registered, and it was not registered. I got you. But at least he did get the puppy. What's happening is there aren't any puppies. They're paying all this money, and they don't have any puppies. So be careful of that. Be careful of that. That is interesting that usually some of these scams, someone in the chat has heard about it, it's happened to them, or it's happened to someone that they know. They keep emailing you about a package registration. Wow. Well, yeah, and you don't have that. I try to be real mindful when I get these emails. A lot of emails want you to click on these links, to sponsor something. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna click on it. So you won't have me sponsor anything because I am not gonna click on it. Hello, KJ's Health for Living. Good evening. How are you? Driving but listening. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. But yes, guys, I'm going to touch on a couple of things tonight. One of the things that I want us to talk about and really be mindful of here in North Carolina, and many of you are in this area, you have probably heard that there was a shooting at Chapel Hill today. If you haven't, there was this time it was one person. I shouldn't say only, there was one person, and it was a professor. It was a professor, and they did actually apprehend the person that shot the professor. So I want to talk a little bit about active shooters and how to be prepared for an active shooter. Hello, she is Sunshine. How are you? Good to see you. Robin Murphy, how are you? Welcome in. The retired gardener. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Don't know if anyone in here has ever been in a situation where you have had an active shooter, but let's talk a little bit about that. That is a subject that I don't hear a lot of talking about, maybe on the 2A channels, but I want us to be prepared and to think about that as well, because that is a part of preparedness. I've had some training related to active shooters, and I just want to touch on that. Has anyone in here been in a situation like that before? Not helping you trust issues regarding your trust issues regarding to strangers. Yes, yes. Cooking you some dinner. Okay, okay. Very good. So Robin has not been in that situation. I haven't either, and I wanted to talk about this before, and I had it to talk about. And so you were at a nightclub. You did once in New York City years ago. Yes, my husband was at a nightclub before, Two Broke Farmer. Yes. And there's so many things that you have to worry about when you think about that. So I think the key to things like that is to have a mind of preparedness, and what are you going to do from the time you walk in. It says, see something, say something before you run, know the exits, find a place to hide. There are so many different things. So you want to make sure that you prepare now. If you see some suspicious activity, let people know about it. Let people know about it. Not since you were little, the boy across the street killed his family, and the police came and took. Wow. Wow. Okay, okay. Sifting some soil and more. How are you? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. And so that's the one thing, your house, worship centers, workplaces, schools, and that's the other thing with schools starting back up, guys. Definitely prayer for protection for everyone that's starting back in schools. So much going on in the schools right now. So you want to make sure that you are familiar with this time you go into, whether you're going into a worship center, a mall, or stores, place of worship. Make sure that you know where the exits are. That's the one thing that I do when I go into the stores. I'm scanning. So you want to know where the exit doors are. That way, if something happens, you know where to go. In our town on Friday, you all may have seen it at a Friday night football game, shooting in the parking lot, not in the parking lot, shooting in the stadium. So even when you're going to football games, wherever you're going, make sure that you know where the exits are. Identify 2 of those exits. Well, first thing you want to do is run, right? And if you cannot get away, you want to make sure that you hide and you're able to hide, get down. And then as a last resort, then you want to fight, right? So make sure that you keep those things in mind. It's a difficult time right now, when we're seeing a lot of this in our schools, our children, grandchildren. Yes. So again, just prayers for protection for all of those that are around, that are going to the schools right now. They're just starting back. So I want to make sure that we're able to keep them safe. Absolutely. And people still think you need more of them. You just watched a man shoot a person in the car 11 times. Yes, Nikki Walker. That was, yes, yes. Sure did. And so we're seeing so much of that. And sometimes you just have to pay attention to your surroundings, no runnings, just get down low if you can. You was taught to stay and to be still. Now you don't know. Horrible. It is horrible. Unbiased. They do say if you can get away, it's best to leave the area if you can. Sometimes people want to know what that noise is and go towards the noise. But if you can get away, it's best to get away, remove yourself from the scene if you can. That's always the best way to do it. And you don't want to fight until you absolutely have to. So you want to, those are the key things. You believe in running? Yes. Yes. Run from the noise. Exactly, Mona, sifting some soil and more. That's the first thing you want to do, not to go towards the noise. Some people want to see what it is, but no, don't want to see what it is. You want to go away from the noise. There was a recent shooter after a football game that one of your granddaughters and her friends went to. Yes, it does make we can't stop living our lives. For sure. That we know we can't stop living our lives, but we do want to make sure that we are alert and aware of these things and know what to do in these situations. Yes, unbiased. That is what we're taught in training too, is to run. That's the very first thing, is try to run, remove yourself from the scene. If you can. If you can't, then you want to try to hide. Try to hide. One of the things is that if you lock yourself in a door, most people that are coming around for things like that, they want the path of least resistance. So they're not coming in unless that's the only door to break down the door. They are not. So they're going to keep it moving. They're just going to keep it moving. You stay prayed up. You stay prayed up. Now, I was out, one of my sister-in-law, my sister, she's not here, but I'll say my brother-in-law had a situation like that, where he had a co-worker come in and come in with a gun. And yeah, so it was a very bad situation where he was coming in to target someone, and he ended up targeting them. He told the people that he wasn't there for them to leave, and if they weren't going to leave, then they would end up in the situation. So he let my brother-in-law left because he wasn't there for him. And so that's the times that we are living in. Definitely stay prayed up and prayed up for others as well. So I did want to make sure that I shared that. Simply, the shootings here made me think about that again, and just so that we know. And if we helped anybody, it was definitely worth the conversation if we helped anybody. But that's your key. When you're going into an area, if you're going out to eat, out to dinner, when you go in, don't sit with your back to the door. You want to make sure that you're able to see. Make sure that you're able to see, because you want to see what's going on. That's one of the keys, and one of the things that I do is just sit to where really don't go out to eat. I should say that. I really don't go out to eat often, but you do want to make sure if you are a person that goes out to eat, or anywhere that you're going, that you are looking. And then in our area, we are really having a lot of these smash and grab situations. So you want to get down from that, because most of the time those are small jewelry stores, and so if you can get out, because they're not looking for you. They want to smash and grab the things that's in the stores. So we've had quite a bit of that too. So, and if you watch it, they're coming in to smash. If you leave, you're gone. So that's the best key if you can get away. That's why you have to stay off your phone. Yes, when you get into the street, that is so true, and that's you see a lot of that. People just are not paying attention. So busy on the phone, so busy on the phone. You have to be paying attention. Get off those phones for sure when you're out and about. Get off the phones when you're out and about. It's hard, even if you have on a earpiece or ears. Yes, earpieces. It's still very difficult because your attention is with the conversation that you're having, not on your surroundings. So just be mindful of your surroundings and teach your children, your grandchildren to be mindful of their surroundings as well. Especially the one in the schools now, can't go to football games without things like that happening. So just be mindful of all of your surroundings and what's going on. If you start to hear some arguing or something like that, definitely you want to get away from that. You definitely want to get away from that, So be safe. That's the main thing. So I just wanted to cover that. And then I wanted to, last week we had a good time talking about the things that you could do to know that you were a prepper. So I have some more questions for you this week. And hopefully we'll see who's a homesteader. These are signs that you have embraced being a homesteader. So I'm going to ask you to answer these questions below. Do you know in the summer, you do not take a summer vacation? It's the busiest time of the year. So if you do not take a vacation in the summer because it's the busiest time of the year, you take your vacations in the winter. Who all does that? And we'll keep count. Who takes their vacations in the winter because the summer is too busy for you? Not you. You do. Maria does. Happy Mac does. Taking your vacations in the wintertime. Not me either, Cheryl. I take them when I can get them. Anyone else take their vacations in the wintertime or take it in the summer? I'm in the summer. I take mine in the summer. So number 2. You always have dirt under your nails. You always have dirt under your nails. Have not had a vacation since the fall of 2019. Okay, Barb. Wow, okay. Every place you want to go is cold. It's just too hot in the summer. Fall is busy. Yes. 2, always have dirt under your nails and you don't care. Cheryl says yes. Pro Farmer says yes. Happy Mac says yes. Nikki Walker, yes. You take your vacations in the fall. You try to take vacations in both the summer and the winter. So you take at least 2. Yes, Barb needs a vacation. I know she's busy doing a lot of things. I know you're doing a lot of canning. You're doing a lot of things right now. So you get a vacation, take a vacation. 2019, unless there's the staycations now as well, where you stay home and enjoy your time at home. I did that too. You try not to vacation at all. You like your house. You like the staycation. I get it. You always have dirt under your nails and you don't care. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Simply some soy and more money. You like to take yours in the fall. Your garden. How many of you, your garden is neater than your house, which you only clean on rainy days? So you're a homesteader if your garden is cleaner than your house and you only clean your house on rainy days. Nope. Not you. Yes, looking ashamed. I probably would say neither of mine. Not the house nor the garden. Nope. So your house is nope, you're not there yet. You can't stand dirt. You can't stand dirt under your nails, Nikki. You wear gloves so you don't have to get any under your nails. You clean on rainy days. Your house is mostly neat. Hello, Miss Shirley. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, yes. Clean on rainy days. I do so many other things. It's been raining, a lot here lately. So I try to get out. I've been trying to get out, throw some seeds in and run back in. But garden is neater than your house, which you only clean on rainy days. Yes, you've accepted the fact that you're not superhuman. Plus, you're always too busy to worry about a few too many toys and other things that are on the floor. This is another thing. You have one or two nice outfits. You know you're a homesteader if you have one or two nice outfits, but everything else is stained with mud, poop, and unknown substances. How many of you have that? You clean all the time. Just defrosted the fridge and the freezer last night. Wow, Barb. I need you here. You clean on rainy days or when it's just too hot or too cold. Yes. You have more clothes than that, Cheryl. Yes, you wear gloves. Yes, yes. So how many of you have one or two nice outfits, but everything else is stained with mud, poop, or an unknown substance? You got a lot of nice outfits. Your wife buys them. You just don't wear them. Yes. I donated a bunch of my really nice suits. People don't wear suits anymore, so I donated a lot of those. You got a lot of nice outfits. You don't live in the garden. You must have the clothes. You try not to wear your regular clothes in public, but sometimes it just happens. Towns gotta see you dirty. Yes. How many people have regular clothes that you wear around the house and then those clothes that you wear out when you're going out? And then you have your garden clothes too, you know. It's funny because I used to do that years ago. I would have all the house clothes. And I know it's because I saw that's what my mom did. She had house clothes. Yes. There was the house clothes and then the clothes that you put on when you went out and about. Nope, you have clothes in your spare bedrooms. Nikki, I have pantries in my spare bedrooms. I have pantries in my spare bedrooms. You have outfits for whatever. So you just wear yours all the time. Yes, that's what I grew up seeing. My mom had house clothes and she had outdoor clothes as well. You have house clothes, gardening clothes, outdoor clothes, then your dress clothes. Yes, the retired gardener. You have a specific drawer for your chores. You only good clothes and garden clothes. No house clothes. You need a duster or a big mama house dress. Yes, yes, yes. Now my great aunt wore those dresses. That's what she wore, the big mama house dresses. So I definitely remember those. But my mom didn't wear those, but I definitely remember those house dresses. The moo-moos. Yes, I still see those in stores, especially stores like Roses. For those of you that have Roses, I see those in those stores. Diversity Love, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, it snaps in the front. Actually, I did. My mom gave me one of those, so I do still have one of those. You have clothes for gardening only. dressy clothes and your daily clothes. Yes, yes, have those. That's exactly right. You know you're a gardener when your husband sees your new shoes and encourages you not to wear them out in the garden. Don't wear them out in the garden. Keep those new shoes new and clean. Yes, yes, you are definitely a gardener then. This is another thing. You know you're a homesteader when something breaks and you can't fix it. You take it apart and you save the pieces for future uses. Yes, I have seen a lot of you talk about doing that. You have those refrigerators, you take those drawers out. I think it's Nikki, the OCD's chick. She kept those drawers from the refrigerator and uses those to harvest stuff with. I know a lot of us do that. You have a house coat with the snaps now, Miss Shirley. You need a one-piece yoga dress. Yes, yes. The house dresses and the moo-moos. They have those still, and my aunt, she definitely wore that. She did. No, you hate spare parts. Are you more of a minimalist broke farmer? You hate the spare parts. When something breaks, you can't fix it. You take it apart and you save pieces for future use. Now, I did that with a microwave, the little round glass piece. I saved that. But I still haven't used that for anything, but I could if I needed it. If anybody needs anything, I'll have it because I save, I do a bare minimum. Yes, yes, not me. Definitely not me. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I might need this. I might need that. Yes, you even took the Fresnel lens and mirror out of an old projection TV. You did on the side of the road. Wasn't even your junk. Hey, you might need that. Have you found a use for it, Happy Mac? Are you using it? You're not taking anything apart. You have an old microwave. You saved that too. When you're getting rid of the microwave, that thing is still in pretty good shape. So I do save that. Now my husband fixes about everything. So a lot of other things we don't have any spare parts. He fixes so many other things. You toss a lot of things out. Yes, Robin, you have a moo-moo, but you call it a lounge. That sounds better, Robin. Robin has a lounger. That is right. I did hear a lot of people used to call them loungers. I will have a lounger too. I have a lounger. Yes. A lot of people, my mom, she did give me a lounger. So I do have a lounger. You like trying out ideas that won't work. So it didn't work. Hey, at least like you said, you didn't pay for it and it wasn't yours. You found it. So didn't lose anything, just trying to figure it out for sure. So that's one of the things. Break it, take it apart, and use it for later. Why buy something new when you can make it from something that you already have? Hello, GT Junior, grows in Alaska. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Now, I know many of you do this. You're a homesteader. If for your birthday, you ask for garden tools, canning supplies, or farm animals, or broke for you, fruit trees. Good. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. Yes. So that you are a homesteader. If for your birthday, you're asking for garden tools, canning supplies, farm animals, and things like that. Yes, Cheryl, that's what you do that. You take the screws out of stuff. You have coffee cans full of screws. Well, you never know if you'll need one of those sizes for sure. I do that too. Happy back. Got a whole can of screws, a little coffee jar. 100%. You're asking for seeds. High windstorms damage tore up your gazebo last year. Kept the poles for the garden. Recycled them. See, found a really good use for them. Absolutely. You asked for dirt. You just asked for dirt the entire gardener. Yes, yes. You got a mulberry tree today for your anniversary. Ah, well, happy anniversary. That's a great gift. Just give you dirt and seeds. Mhm. You ask for jars, dirt, grass clippings. Yes, yes. Hello, Andrea C. How are you? Welcome in. You're asking for those things too. Nikki Walker is asking for that. Yes. So I figured many people in here ask for that. You just can't get enough of those things, you know. So you're a homesteader when you have to choose between fixing your car and your tractor. Many of you have tractors or lawnmowers, and you choose that to fix. You're not going to fix your car. You're going to fix your lawnmower or your tractor. You're a homesteader then if you're going to do that. You need some chicken wire. Ah, you need some chicken wire. Not no, not gonna do that, Cheryl. I got you on that one. This year, you were gifted 40 bags of compost and manure delivered by Home Depot. What a wonderful gift. That's a great gift, Nikki. Yes, it's a great gift. You got a couple of cars, your lawnmowers. You can fix that lawnmower first. Got a couple of cars. Hello, Darth X. How are you? How are you? You want the gift? Yes. 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 Fix the lawnmower. My husband's been working on our lawnmower, actually the deck of the lawnmower that he's been trying to fix, and working on the truck. Everything starts to break down, especially when you have these older things. So that's a good skill to have too. That's a really good skill to have, being able to fix things. So I'm gonna have my car fixed. Number one, I'm gonna have my car fixed because I'll just pay someone. We have a lot of kids in the development that want to come around and mow some grass. So I'm gonna pay them to mow the grass and get my car fixed instead. For your Christmas wish list, you're gonna have garden, knitting, crocheting supplies, or canning supplies and equipment. Yes. And that's what I asked for, like for Mother's Day and things like that. I asked for plants or trees, and I asked for rose bushes instead of roses, to make sure that it's something that I can get roses many years later. Yes, you would drive your lawnmower to town. Wouldn't be the only lawnmower on the road. Wow. Yes. And then I know a lot of us are like this. You're a homesteader if you're always looking around your property for places to add more crops or more animals. You're a homesteader if you're looking around your property to add more crops, yes, or more animals. And you may have even started looking at eyeing your neighbor's property. You were looking around today. Cheryl says, absolutely. Facts, you're looking at yours to add more today. Yes. Eyeing the neighbor's property. You just added a raised bed, garden beds. No, Cheryl, done the neighbors already. You definitely have already done the neighbors. Yes. And looking around to see what they have, if they need a little plot, adding more crops, cutting down some more trees. Yes. You've asked your neighbor's back lot for their back lot next year. Oh, wow. So she said yes. All right. All right. You bought your mom some rose bushes too. They cost the same as a bouquet of flowers from the florist. Yes, Darth X. That's exactly why I started asking for that, and not the cut roses. Get me the rose bushes and plant them. And that way I'll have many more roses, as many as I need. Matter of fact, several years ago, my grandson was able to go ahead and cut some of those roses to give to my daughter. If she's still listening, if you and he are listening, And so that was really special for him to be able to do that. And so definitely, ha, yes, you know you're a homesteader if you never shower in the morning because you're going to be filthy by 9 o'clock. So when you get up, you're not getting in the shower because you know you're getting ready to be out, be filthy. How many of us do that? What's the point? You take 2 a day? Sometimes 100%. Retired gardener. Yes, so true. Happy Mac. Yes, got a lot of homesteaders up in here. So you know what's the point in doing it? You're going to head outside. Sometimes you have to. Yeah, shower after the garden. Then again at night. True that, Miss Shirley says. And then you know that you're a gardener. Ooh, several people in here. Chickens are dusty. Yes, Robin Murphy says, true, true. You know you're a homesteader if you're not up by 6 a.m. You think that you have overslept. You're freaking out. You have overslept if you are not up by 6 a.m. Then you know you're a homesteader. How many people in here get up by 6 a.m.? I know. Nope. For those that are working outside, true 100%. Yes. 6 a.m. you overslept. You get at 5:30. Yep. 6:30 for you. Yes. Love being beating everybody up. It's so quiet when you beat everybody up, isn't it, the retired gardener? Even as a kid, my siblings can say I used to be the first one up. I would always get up and I had to be really quiet, and I just love the peacefulness of being up early, even as a little kid. You love being everybody up. Too hot after that. And it's so nice and quiet then in the morning. It really is, Happy Mac. For real, you got up during vacation. And you probably enjoyed that time up during vacation. You're a night shift worker. So you too, Darth X. Yes, Robin, not you. You like to sleep in. Hello, Veggie Farming. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yes, especially in the heat. You got to get up. Got to get up and get going early, and then come back in and take those showers, You know you're a homesteader if at any given time you very likely have poop on your shoes, clothes, and or hands. That's those of you that have these animals. Even if you're walking your dogs, you know you're a homesteader if at any given time you're very likely to have poop on your shoes, your clothes, and or your hands. Nope, I don't have any animals. I do not have any animals, so I don't have to worry about that. Unless somebody's dog comes down, then I'm looking for that. Nope, not happening. So you're definitely not gonna have that. Getting poo on you is not even a thing. You don't even worry about it anymore. 10 chickens. Yeah, so I know that you they produce quite a bit of poo. So I know that you have quite a bit. Oh, and you remember to wash all of it off. You know you're a homesteader if you're happy with your tiny house, but you dream of having a much bigger yard or a bigger barn. Your shoes, maybe manure doesn't stick like other poo does. Hey, at least you know that. So you know you're a homesteader if you're happy with your tiny house, but you dream of having a bigger yard or a bigger barn. You have 11 chickens, Robin. Wow. So you have quite a bit of poo around your house too. Those clothes straight in the washer. Never even reach the laundry basket. Yes, time you come in, they have to come off. Wish you had more land. Yep. If you, yep. Greenhouses and hoop houses in your dreams. Yep. Yep. Happy with your tiny house, but dream of having a bigger barn. So there are a lot of people in here that are like, it's like that, you know. You are a homesteader if you ever do get a bigger house, a larger pantry, a larger pantry, and a root cellar are on the top of the list. I've seen that. You absolutely love your home. Yes, you live in a tiny house, but wish you had 5 acres of land. You want more land. Yes, yes, yep, yep. If you get a bigger house, you want a larger pantry and a root cellar. Those are the main things that when you're home shopping that you're looking for. You need a bigger pantry. Me too, the retired gardener. Happy Mac, you have a big farmhouse that's breezy with windows shut. The price was right. All right. That is great. That is great. Need more storage. Me too, Miss Shirley. Me too. Need a bigger pantry. Hello, Hands in the Dirt. How are you? Good to see you. I think today your birthday, Hands in the Dirt. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yes, Happy Mac. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Today is Hands in the Dirt's birthday, guys. So wish him a very, very happy birthday. Absolutely. And Hands in the Dirt is looking for a home. So what are some of the top things on your list, Hands in the Dirt? We're talking about, are you looking for a large pantry, a larger property, much more land, bigger house? What's top on your list? No animals. Everyone's showing some birthday love. So we got Broke Farmer's anniversary, he and his wife. There's so much love. No animals to care for, just wild animals. Owls, possums, 2 huge falcons, groundhogs, and raccoons. Wow, you do have a lot out there. You have a lot. You have a lot, a wooded area too. I know you said you were cutting trees down. So yes, need a huge walk-in pantry. Barb, I think I need about 2 or 3 of them right now with everything that I'm canning and putting up and buying and all of that. I need to be able to see everything a lot better than I can see it. That's my issue, just needing to see everything. Hello, Kim Stage, her gardening, her life. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I definitely want a bigger pantry, definitely. And number 15, you are a homesteader if you pull the weeds in public places and sometimes you eat them. Yes, you are a homesteader if you pull the weeds in public places and you sometimes eat them. Shalom, Virtuous Gardening and More. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. Yes. How many people in here pull the weeds in public places? And sometimes you eat them. Yeah, I know, Happy Mag. Just don't. No. You was thinking about buying some wire shelves and putting them in your laundry room just to make more room in your pantry for food and putting appliances in the laundry room. That's very smart. She is, Sunshine. That's very smart. Nope, you don't pull the weeds. Only pull your weeds. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. Nope, don't do it. They spray so much now, it's back in the day, we used to do that, be able to pull up different weeds. Now I'll pull up some weeds in my area, or what's considered weeds in my yard. And yeah, chickweed is one of those things. I pull up some chickweed and I will definitely eat that if it's in my own area, but not out in the public anymore. What about those fruit trees that are in the public? Do you all see those fruit trees? Anybody pull that up? if you are if you are in public places and you see these fruit trees, anybody ever pull that? You stay looking at fruit trees. You used to pull the fruit from the fruit trees in the public. Yes, yes. You want to pull weeds badly, but the baby bump stops you every time. Oh, only when you were kids you did it also. You pulled the fruits. KJ, I just saw you pulling some fruits from the college. But that's what they're there for. A lot of trees where you are. You pull the weeds at Lowe's fruit tree container. Yes, yes. Hands in the dirt. You used to pull the sides of the road and pick plums and muscadines. Hands in the dirt. You touched on something because that's what we did growing up. We didn't buy those fruits. We ate them wild. We didn't buy muscadines. We didn't buy plums. We didn't buy blackberries. All of those things were eaten wild. On side of the road. On side of the road. My mom and brother, they always went blackberry picking, and she had a freezer full, and that's what we did back then. But I don't think you couldn't pay me to pull that stuff right now. Everything is so highly sprayed. Yes, yes. So no, they're probably sprayed with chemicals. Only test your own. No chemicals used on your land. Just harvest more hibiscus flowers. I saw you said that. You have some beautiful ones, you said. I'd love to see those. Yes. So guys, this has been a good night of going over some things. I'm not going to stay much longer. As I said, I am still trying to get my strength from having this virus last week. And I'm doing much better. You got your muscadines now. We had a wild muscadine vine. My husband pulled it down because it was sucking all of the water from the tree. Thank you so much, the retired gardener. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But we're going to get ready and get off. I appreciate every one of you that came in today. Thank all of my moderators. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Thank everyone for taking their time out tonight to spend a little bit of time with us. Deuces, Mike's Chaotic Gardener. Good night. Hands in the dirt, Stacy. Hope your birthday is all that you want it to be. Take care. Enjoy your birthday. Happy Mac. Do you keep a trouble and a plastic bag in the car just in case you see something good? One of my friends told me to start doing that because I have run up on places especially that have collard greens, growing all these collard greens that you can just stop and they allow you to pick them. So if you don't, that's a very good thing to have. I do have that in my trunk. Thank you, Cheryl. It was fun. Had a great night. Virtuous gardening and more. So good to see you. Andrea C. Enjoyed the live. Thank you. Have a blessed week. Enjoyed you. Appreciate you coming. Good night, Maria Graham. Thank you so much, the retired gardener. You have a wonderful evening. Miss Shirley, OG Gardener, take care. Have a wonderful evening. Happy Mac. Have a great night. I appreciate you. Darth X, have a wonderful evening. Yes, that was a good idea. So if you don't keep something like that in your car, make sure that you do. My friend also kept scissors and things like that. I have some of that too. So keep that in your car too, in case you run into some things that you're able to harvest. Have a wonderful evening, Veggie Farming. Good to see you. Take care. Simply blessed. Have a good night. GT Junior grows in Alaska. Deuces to you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Kim Stage, her gardening, her life. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. Cassandra, South Fulton Garden. Have a good night. I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone coming. You guys take care. Have a wonderful week. Peace, Broke Farmer. You take care. Thank you so much, Barb Brownlee. I appreciate it. Absolutely. I thank everyone for all these wonderful tips that we gave out. For sure. Keep all that in mind as we are going through so many different things. Diversity love. Take care. Living Natural. Hey, good to see you. Oh, I got it. I'm glad you were able to get that fixed. Good to see you. Have a wonderful night. Take care, everyone. Love you guys.